Hello and welcome to episode 2 whoosh, of our Midlands map. Yes, we're back on the East Coast mainline map though, as we have not much going on the Midlands. We do have stations now, that's a start. We'll stop visiting here fairly soon, I think, because today we'll be heading to another area of Birmingham. Attempting, oh that sounds amazing, and attempting a fancy junction and building another station in Duddeston. I still don't know whether I'm pronouncing that right. Reason we're here for this intro is I just want to thank a few thank yous actually. I was floored. This is the best. I was amazed and I can't believe it. Everyone who watched, liked, commented on the first video, you guys are awesome. It made my Sunday, and I'm not lying, I had a little tear in my eye. I know, it's just a video, grand. But thank you so much. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. We'd been away for like a month or so. There was no telling which way that would have gone, so I appreciate that immensely. Also, goodness, it's busy here. Hopefully it'll be like this in our Midlands map soon. Also, I want to thank Discord, everyone. Well, not Discord, I don't want to thank Discord, I want to thank the people that joined Discord. Well, I guess I should thank Discord. Without it would have been no one. Yeah, you guys who showed up for Discord, thank you so much. There was way more of you than I was expecting, and that gave me a warm glowy feeling too. And finally, Patreon. That was a bigger turnout than I expected. You just, everybody. I've thanked those guys with a little messages personally over on Patreon, and a little thank you letter. But I'll thank you here too. Anyway, yes. So I'm kind of stoked at the moment. Bit happy. It's lovely here, isn't it? This is Watford Junction. I'm sure people were possibly playing Guess the Station. That will be returning as well. Shall we get on with the show? Alright, we are back on the Midlands map. This is where we left it. We've got a few stations going on here, even underground. Snow Hill over there, Moore Street and New Street. Today, what I want to do is head to Duddeston. And also, we haven't got much room. It's going to need to be like here. And we also need to do this junction right here. So that's Proof House Junction. There's another Grand Junction. Not sponsored by me. Just here. And around about where all that is. We need to get rid of all this. Sorry, Small Heath and Duddeston, you're in the way. Yeah, Grand Junction needs to go up here, and we're going to have a big freight yard there eventually. Today, we want to try and get this junction in. Now, my thinking is to destroy all of Duddeston. No, that's not the plan. If that's what happens, then we're in a bit of trouble. Now, I took a bit of time to fiddle with settings. You see them all here. This is about the crossing angle we need, which connects to the West Coast main line here, but we'll be up here a little bit. And then we need a slow arc heading up into Aston, like that. It's going to be a tough one, guys, but we're going to go for it. So we need to get going. I feel like if we have something to connect to up here, that might help us. So we'll get that station in. Now, Duddeston, I was looking on the map. I believe it was originally 4 tracks, 4 platforms. The 2 closest to Duddeston that we're looking at are no longer there, nor's the platforms. Now, bear with me here. I feel like we leave them in, but don't use them. So we can have a better connection and get a station building. The station building is actually more across the middle, which we don't have, unfortunately. Should we go for it? I don't know what accent that was. I just failed. I don't think we need to make these too large either, but we do need to give them a radius. And obviously with the scale we're working at, we're going to need that radius to be probably a lot more aggressive than it should, because we're going to have to swing right into Aston once we get past Duddeston. And we need to connect down here. This might be like the first downfall of my plans. Let's not forget that. So we've got our station and we've got our curvature. We might need to change this. I've switched which side it's going. This isn't going to be sharp enough by a long shot, is it? Maybe that will do it. It has to come round. I think we could maybe swing round there now. And we've got to get an idea of where this is going to sit compared to our proof house junction down there. If we go here, we might have what we need to get down to here. Let's join this up just in case it starts moaning and I forget to connect it all back up. We will sort this out shortly, the roads and such. Now, will that give us enough to swing round? It's this outside track we're using. Ignore the inside track. No, we're going to have bags to get round there, I think. I think we can do that. I'm not sure whether it's down. We're going to put it in there just to remind ourselves. We want to be heading about here for Aston. So I think we got it. And then there's another track this side. Let me show you on there. There, like that. There's a track going along here. This is going to be West Midland trains coming down here. This is your West Coast main line. Just here. Which we saw at the beginning of the video. So let's make our way up, shall we? See if we can. I think this might be quite steep too, but we'll stick with this for now. This is where all my plans just disintegrate. I can feel it. I don't know though. We might get away with it. There's our angle. We've got to get there. Now I had a... Where are we? I had one of these set. And it still remembered the settings. We've got a bit of curvature going. We're probably going to have to dig deep a little bit. Now, this isn't really... It'll happen in a second, I promise. There we go, official episode. Let's see what we've got to play with here. That might be too steep. We might have to push it out a bit further. We're still going to go up though. Still on this kind of angle. It's a bit slow, I know, but we're using old tracks as well, remember. Because this almost needs to go straight, but at towards the north of Small Heath there. We'll go up a bit further. I definitely think this is going to have to move out a touch, which I still think will be okay for Aston. Ideally, we want to be here, but with all this, like, there's no way we can get that in, and we've got to try and get some of the detail in of the major sections. Beautiful. I think that's a good angle, right? Maybe we can swing it tighter. How much have we got there? Let's go really sharp. And then get the angle. So I've decided to leave the angle as is for now. Because we can always swing more aggressively once we're up. As long as we can connect down to the bottom. We're going to miss out on some fancy junction work, but it doesn't matter. Well, it does, but it is what it is, right, guys? We have to get away with this somehow. Now, connect that up there. See how this looks. That's a perfect I mean, it's not great, but it's alright. Now, here's the moment of truth. We might have to dump this switch. Yeah, we're going to have to dump that switch completely. Which I don't mind, really. We don't have to rely on that switch at all. But we do need to come out here straight away, heading upwards. Obviously, we're not going to get this perfect, but if we can at least get it... Come on, really? Well, I mean, it's a bit wonky, but you would think we can connect there. Are we going to have to go a bit further up? We shouldn't do. Take it all the way back and just go straight up connection. Still too much slope. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is this goes up too high in general. So let's dump it. Let's not have it go up as high from this point. I remember asking, and thank you for all the feedback with regards to what you like seeing. And you asked for this, so you're going to see it. This is everything that goes on when you're trying to get the start. It tends to fall into place once you get going. See, we're a bit lower now. Maybe our junction will work a bit better. Okay, we ain't got quite as much height. Maybe that's what we needed. Because I would like to keep this in. You know? I really would. This section here. That's not going up steep enough. Maybe if we come out the bridge at a set angle. Like so. Then we can get up there. That's about as steep as we can get. No, you still can't do it. That's about as much as we can get there. Come on. Come on, game. Treat me. Come on. Still too much slope. It's unreal. Okay, so we can't go that high at all. We are going to have to get some of the slope up to the station. We will do this. So if we come flat... No, we can't go flat though. We need to get some elevation. Okay. But this lower track probably doesn't need the elevation. Which would make it nice for this junction. So we'll go flat here. Which is alright. We can do that. We'll take that round there. And then we'll just go up sharper after the junction. We can always go further out too. That's an option to us. Which I just did. Okay. Why? Oh, we probably need to dump some height around here. As you can see, the scale is going to be an issue. But this is what it was like. This is the fun and games you missed out on with the East Coast Main Line. Oh. Oh. Do you know what? Do you know what? I like that. I think we got it. I like what's going on here too. I do like that. We can make this like concrete or something. I mean, it's not perfect, but it kind of works. And this is all flat. Up to this point here. And then we head up. Oh, that would be kind of nice, right? That'd be kind of nice. It has a little bit of an excite now. If we can... And then we can start getting our... We're going to struggle to get up there though, aren't we? We'll see. I think we can get a lot of elevation here. The question... Now, here's the thing. In real life, we're supposed to go like that too. which is never happening in a million years. That would just be awful. Like, we're supposed to go like that. But as you'll see, that isn't the prettiest. We have all sorts of problems there. I think we take it, and it is what it is, and we miss out the crossover point here. We might... No, we can use the station for that switch there. We can possibly have it here, though, because we have another line that comes up to the side. And it will be as... I think we'll get this. What happens is, I feel like it would go up there in real life. Oh. You know what? It's a lot sharper than before. We could move the station over. We could indeed move the station over. And get this coming up closer to that track. I think that's a possibility. We might be able to do this. Oh, go on. Get up there. Can we get up there? It just won't get up there, will it? That's about as good as it gets. That's fine. I think that'll do. Unless we move this over a touch. I think we move that over a touch. To make this possible. And this elevation here is about as good as we're going to get. It doesn't look bad, though. I think we're going to get the feel of it, that's for sure. What do we got here? I don't know how this will look here, because that would kind of do it. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Nor does that. Oh, we nailed it. I think that will pass, wouldn't it? Not quite right, but it will give us what we're kind of looking for. Then we got to think about getting out here, too. That's going to be awkward. Very awkward. Maybe if we go from here. Come on, do it. Oh, you beauty. You'll see why, because there's another track that goes over and around. And as long as it's not too... That did it. That absolutely did it. Because this is going to go along the side and back down and around. And then over the top up there. Question is, where do we put this now? Well, we can see where it was before. I hope this isn't too much faffing around. I know there's a few of you out there that get a bit annoyed with me messing about. But there's a fair few of you that enjoy it. At the moment. Right, 250. Maybe 250 is just too aggressive. So I'd go even more aggressive. That's a brilliant plan. So if we go here, is that going to give us better angle? Because we've got a lot of area to play with here. We can improvise a bit there and make a nice little freight yard, well, huge freight yard actually. And will that give us a better connection just here? Kind of, right? It kind of does. There's a wiggle that isn't really there, but it's a lot less than it was. And what about this one? Can we... Ooh, that's not how. Can we get up here? I would like to. Or it's just too steep. It's like one or the other. But I'm sure we can get to there still. That's very steep, but not used. Like, if it comes to it, we ignore that. It should, in reality, connect here. But we'd probably have to go too far. Now, can we still swing around here? Yeah, you see, we can still get round here. It's not going to be the fastest track, but it's like a little commuter line, so it doesn't matter. I think we'll accept that. We've got no switches up here, so we don't have to worry about that. We are going to need a temporary one. I don't know whether we can, like, improvise a little bit and make some stuff up here. I mean, it might be possible. Can we get down? We can't. Look at that. It makes a... whatever that is. We could maybe go there. No, look at it. Look what it's doing. That's not happening. I think we just make do. We just go like this. Oh, has to be on the inside. Look at how the difference in track. I've got to make a decision here. We're going to have just a normal single track, right? Which is unfortunate. Because it doesn't even go like this. Oh, you silly sausage. That's not how it goes. It should be. After all that, I'll be back in a second and show you what it should be like. Plan B. Well, we're kind of up to like Plan Z now. So, after much faffing about, probably about 12 minutes, because there was a crash, or two, perhaps, this is what I went for. The only two active platforms are the outside two, but it gives us a little building to connect. And I think this will give us what we need. You see what I did there with the outside? Yes, it's more aggressive than Duddeston should be, but I think I'm happy with it. I've also lowered it a little bit. You see this? I had the brainwave. Why have it so high? The question is... oh dear. Straight in with a crash would be nice. How does it connect to here? Does it look okay? It does! Look at that. We go up to about here and let it split. Now that this is a bit lower, can we get this? I'm still tempted to do this, but if we can get it... oh, does it join now? Oh, you're so close. No, you kind of do. I mean, it's a bit steep, but you kind of do. That's not how you're supposed to go, though, because you're supposed to come up here, which I don't think we can achieve. Do you know what? Did we just do it? Wow. That actually kind of works. Let's get the old smoothing out. Wherever it is. Can't remember. There we go. Put this on high for this. Oh, guys. Get rid of all that. Right, it's not perfect. But I think that's better than what we had before. Hello, Duddeston Station. Get rid of all this. So you can't see what we've been doing. Level all that out a bit. So, I think this is what we've got now. That's a bit smoother, right? That's kind of a better transition. We look down here, and this is our main light. I don't like this bit. I don't like that on the West Coast main line at all. It's probably because of that, unfortunately. Do we even bother with this? I mean, it's not there. It's kind of tempting, but it's... oh, let's just see. Yeah, look. No, that's just rubbish anyway. Ugh. How do we even... delete this? Come back here. I'm not happy with it, guys. I wasn't happy with how that's going. Does that go better? No, look at it. It does something weird. Oh, because I've got the bottom on a slope. Oh, that's awkward. Which, before, would have been right. Okay, that is terrible. We don't want it on a slope. Can we... I don't know whether we can do that. What happens if we don't have it on a general slope? It makes it a bit higher there. We'll need to get rid of this. It does make it a bit higher, but would it be too high? That is the question. Maybe just slightly less of a general slope. Because I had it on 60. How about that? 25. Just try that for now. Get rid of this. Because, I mean, this kind of works. The question is, will it continue to work? Yes. Get in there. Now, does that look better? Ah, that's better. That's looking much better. I mean, it's still there, right? It's still a bit of a... We'll have to see. If it comes to it, we'll go back to that junction. Back, let's do this all the way up to here. This is the messing about I go through. Because I need to get the beginnings have to be like almost perfect. It just makes it a lot harder later on otherwise. Now the question is, can we get this in again? Maybe if we come out off here flat first. We don't need it flat, do we? That's silly. Maybe further back. Further back might work. Yes. Now can we get back up here? We sort of can. We sort of can. That's pretty ugly. That's pretty not nice at all. Oh. Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. Do you know this is going to get knocked on the head if it's not careful? I mean, we could just go up there, right? I mean, it does the thing. I say we go up there and ignore this junction completely. Because it's just too much. We've got the track in there. We can possibly put this joining up there instead. That's it. Just do that, Grand. Why are you going... Why do you care so much? You get the idea. It works. Right, yes. So we have a plan. It's super official, this episode. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. And how's this junction just here? That works too. This wants to be the other way around, unfortunately. Or maybe not. Not if you do this. Yes, that gives us lots of options. Alright. Alright. I think I'm happier. This doesn't need to be here. You don't need to be anywhere up here at all. Or down there for that matter. You're just way too big. For now. Can you see what I can see, guys? Loads of rocks. Why? Loads of trees. This is where buildings were. I mean, we're a lot lower than we should be. But in order to get this area working, we need to be. We'll go up as hard as we can. But that is a junction. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like that. We can probably make this a thing too. This track might end up just being dumped completely. But we could maybe make this because there are a viaduct sort of thing going along here. So I'll have a think about that. And we'll possibly go and drop that down. Now the question is, our East Coast main line kind of wiggles around. Yeah, we don't want it to be like that though. And we are going to need to keep going up. Obviously. We are going to need another... I mean, we're heading up here. We are far too low though. Maybe we need to head up steeper. I think that's what we need to do. We need to swing right up there. Otherwise we're going to be underground by the time we get over there. Which we don't want. Now we've got our second junction to fit in. I can't see this like this. Drives me nuts. There we go. Has it called at the right station? There we go. Beautiful. And I think we can swing round here. There's Aston. We need to head there. And I think we've got it. We're going round. In fact, that's beautiful. There we go. And what we can do here is have this connect here. There we go. That works. Will you accept that as a win, guys? Because it's a bit messy. Welcome to what really happens when you're creating my maps. So don't feel bad. If you feel like you're messing around a lot, so am I. It doesn't really matter. It's fine. So this is going up now. Brilliant. And it kind of does a little wiggle under the junction. It's going to be tough. It is lower, so we can stick with that. Now, where are we going to fit this in? We kind of want it... Are we still going the right way here? Possibly. It's kind of working. Get this down. This is the one which is going to go... I think it goes over the top. I hope it goes over the top. No, in my luck, it goes underneath. And then we've really done it. But we're not doing that. But I think what it does for us... Oh, is that not enough? That's interesting. We are much higher there. I don't get that. Would need to go up a bit like this in order to swing round, I guess. You know what it's time for? I think it's time for another flying junction, don't you? We seem to be heading down there, though. That's not what we need to be doing. Saw it. We need to really, really, really be heading level with this. I know, and this was perfect too. But it can be more perfect. We go... Can we stay? There we go. This bit's a bit weird, but, you know. No, that works. Look. That works. Look how smooth that is. Then we can head up. Keep going up. Pretty sure how this is how this works. And then we swing round there. Now we just need to get across. Can we get across? Oh, it's gonna... You know what? Junction. We need it to go that way round. And quite long too. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do a junction. Our next junction is this is supposed to go under this. I would like that to happen, wouldn't you guys? I think that's got to happen. So this is the other way around. This is actually in reverse. Which is very interesting. I'm sure some of you were yelling at me on the when I was going, we're going over the top. And you're like, no, it goes underneath. You silly man. Which is very interesting. But I think we can pull that off. What do you think? So this junction is proving to be a real pain. And I'm not giving up. There we go. I've swapped this around. We need to make this all work. Hopefully it will. I think it will, personally. We can go quite far out here, even though we shouldn't. But we can. Because we've got a lot of work, a lot of area to fill here. And I think that will make a good junction. To move this further away from this junction. I mean, we could move everything over if it comes to it. See, we're almost getting up to ground level again. It's very steep. I'm not sure how steep it really is, but if we go like there, will that work? Oh, really? It's kind of close, right? It almost works. Are we going to have to dig a hole here? Let's try. Oh. Let's try. Will you work? Are you in? Well, get in there. Oh, there you go. That kind of works. That kind of works. Oh, I'm happy again. Depending on how this bit goes. Because it might not go well. This needs to come round. Back just... Can we just join up? Yes. We don't need this tunnel though. It's starting to come together, guys. This was a lot trickier than I thought. In fact, I feel like this was more tricky than our stations. I've made a real meal of this. I think it'll look good once it's detailed up. This was just quite tricky to get working. I don't like that. I don't know what you're doing there, to be fair. Can you not? What is that doing? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do any of that, because that's wrong. Just connect there. Try not to look too bad. I don't like... Maybe we can get that on a slope, right? Because it goes flat, and I don't want it to go flat. That's a problem. Let's back these right up. Can we put this all on a slope? That would be ideal. 60. Lower. No. Common. Upper. Is that even sloping at all? It doesn't seem like it's sloping to me. Oh, there we go. It's sloping the wrong way. Common. Does that work? Do you know we could call this the junctions, right? This could be Grand Junction. Typing. Grand T Junction? No, I just kid. Grand Junction. There we go. And this one is... Oh, I can't remember. I've lost my notes. Proof. House. Junction. We're doing it. Will this join up better now? Let's hope so. for everybody's sake. Come on. Alright. Back this up a bit then. I don't mind it being a bit wiggly. Back that up. In fact, we kind of want it to come out further. What a crazy junction this is. The reason being, you're going to love this. There is another track that splits off. I don't know whether we're going to get it in, but I'd love to. Smooth all that off. I promise we'll get trains on here soon. Promise. It's going to happen. Before you know it, this will start to all look like an actual thing, rather than me just messing about. Get all this down, shall we? We're a bit high. First off, there's like a bridge. Oh, isn't. I don't know how we're going to fit. Okay, undo all of that. Yeah, what I was hoping... See, this goes over that way. Wants to go over the top of this. That ain't happening, is it? This is tricky. This is very, very tricky. I think we were right before in order to pull this off. We do have to, like, swing out here first. Maybe even head down straight away. And then come round. The problem I see with this is that when it's really condensed like this, it's hard, very hard to get everything in there. But if we improvise a little bit, come on, get up there. No, don't go. Why would you go down? Come on, can you go over there? Oh dear, help. I would like that to go over, but I think we're asking too much. I think we're asking too much. That's terrible. We could cheat, right? I have an idea. What happens if we make the number of upper tracks 3? I mean... Not quite right, but it will give us what we need. Get rid of this. I'm tempted to go with that. Right, then we get across there like we should. That's all a bit wonky now. We'll fix it. It should be a separate bridge, but I'm going to settle with being able to do this. This is supposed to come over. Like that. This might work. And then this can come over here. You know, that's kind of acceptable. There are so many switches and junctions out here. I think we've also got another one that branches off too. It goes like this. Yep, we do. We have one that goes off this way and heads up. This is crazy. But kind of cool. We've got to do it, right? Just have to. Yeah, like that. Oh, ignore that. Alright. As long as we get the essence of this. This one, once it's done, is going to scoot really tight. Like that. Continue up. And this will eventually join it. Oh, that. That is beautiful mess. What a beautiful mess. Oh, please. That's kind of cool. I think that will... Do you know what? As Grand Junction goes, This continues off this way. Then we have this heading up here. Probably quite steep too. That heads off that way. We're going to have to get up and flat pretty rapidly. Oh, look at all those levels. Look at it all. Hang on. Once we get rid of all what we've been doing, I mean, not delete the thing. That'd be awful. But I mean, once you get rid of all this terraforming that the game did and smooth everything out a touch, I think this is going to look beautiful when it's done. In fact, I'm kind of excited now because we have something to mold around. We're missing this line, the West Coast Main Line connecting over here and joining up here. But I think we're going to have to accept that that can't be done in the space we have. But as a junction, I'm kind of happy with it. Once we get the roads in and some bridges, I like it. This would all be a bit lower around here, which we'll do eventually. To give you an idea, we can probably have the main road going across here, right? Which is a thing. Kind of goes like that. Kind of want it from this side to that side. Come on. No, don't go down. Stay up. Oh, come on, you're so close. Right, so we want to go straight there, then around. Not quite right, for those that know the area. I think most of the roads around here are steep, so it's just a lot of elevation change in a very short amount of space. And when you're dealing with real life, it's not quite like this, is it? I mean, the elevation... Oh, that looks beautiful. Do you know what we could have there? No, I'm kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. Especially once we get some, like, bushes and some different textures in there. See, on here, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. How can we deal with that? What happens if we put... No, too close. About there. You know what we could put there, right? We could do something with that. I think we can do something with that. How close can we get to this? There. I think we can get some viaducty things going along here. What do you think? I think we can work with that. It would look kind of cool. Yeah, I know it looks a bit weird, but I don't think there's any bits of track that are overly terrible. This is a bit much, but it could probably be a bit lower, right? No, because of then this. And then we've got to go up and this has to go around. But as a junction, I think we're kind of looking in the right direction too. That's about north, if that's right. Because this would then start to come round a bit more. Like that. Because you're continually coming down into Birmingham on the West Coast Main Line. We have Cross City is this line going over the top. Don't know what this line is. Not entirely sure about that. This is freight or disused, but we can do something with it. I'm kind of happy with it, guys. I'm going to take it as a win. That was a lot of faffing around. We've got some road here. We've got this bridge in, which is there. Not quite like this, but it's close enough. We've got some bridges here too, going under this one, which is why I don't know about this just yet. I tell you what, leave a comment below. Should we keep this line in, or should we concentrate on getting the road network underneath and get some nice little bridges and some viaduct work going on there? Not bad, is it? Should we just, because I haven't done this, should we put some of these in? Just to make it look a little less terrible. And then I think we're going to put like a little depot in and see if we can get a line running. Just the West Midlands trains. There we go. We'll sort those out in a minute. Get these in. Not how it is, really. But we just want something that doesn't look quite so terrible. I think with some detailing work soon, we can make that look kind of cool. I think this is actually all concrete down here, which will change. But just for now, we're going to need some signals to block these junctions. So we'll have one here, and one on the outside there. We'll need one there. Oh, it'll be here, wouldn't it? Because I wonder if we can do this too and be really snazzy. And by snazzy, ruin the lot. Nope, it worked. That could have gone horrible, believe me. I think that gives us all the cross. Oh, we still need one here. Come on, do it. Get in there. Beautiful. That's blocking into the station. This is these two are blocking into the station. Another one here. They're going to have to be one way. Let's zoom out a bit so we can see them. There we go. Make all those one way. That's in the way. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I've put some signals here too. I don't know what we're doing with them just yet, but they're all in. That saves some time. Should we make our first line? I don't know what the line's actually called. There's some research. I know that it's West Midlands trains. Oh, it's the Cross City. I don't know whether... Is that the actual name of it? Well, let's do it. It's going to be green because it's... This is exciting times. Here. Can you get to... Oh, do you know what we don't have? We need a temporary... crossover. It'll be the other way around. Just for now. Right. Then we add Duddeston. Of course you go that way. I mean, it makes sense, to be fair. But we don't want you to go that way, because that's not where you're going to be. We want you to go there. Brilliant. Kind of. But you're missing a signal here, so that makes a lot of sense. There we go. This needs to be one way. And of course you hate everything now. That's fine. Where has it put you? There. I would imagine you don't want to be there. Fix it. Have you fixed it? No. I don't mean fix it and change what platform you're on. I mean, silly game. You can get out there. This is the only... We've only got two trains. That's amazing. Okay, we just need to pick a better platform here, I think. 7. No. 8. There we go. 8 works. Actually, can we go right over to the edge? 10 works. Beautiful. There we go. Now we're going to need temporary... what are we calling this? We'll name this properly, but we'll call it the Cross City line for now. Shall we get us a quick cheaty depot in for now. You know what? I'm going to save it first. I just had a nightmare vision of this all going and me having nothing to show for an episode. It would be great to get a train on here. What do you reckon to this, though? Let's just have another look, because I spent an hour on it. Or more. You just get to see an hour. But I've spent far more than an hour. Mainly fiddling and reloading, but there's our junctions. Proofhouse Junction, Grand Junction. For those that live around Birmingham, get on with the train, Grand. Get on with the trains. People don't want to see your stupid junction. Wow, we're on to steam trains. Steam trains. We haven't had steamers forever. You know what? JK's trains. Let's get them in. Shall we? We don't... Because we on the last map, I didn't put them in. Get on there. We've got a Great Western. Well, let's put some coaches on. What are the two differences? Don't know what the differences are. Four-wheel. I like four-wheel. I'm just a fan of four-wheel. Put those on. We'll have two of them. Set line. Oh, you can't see it. Set line. Cross city line. Oh, stop. Oh, we can see a choo-choo. Two choo-choos. Oh, I choo-choos you. Right, let's have some trains. Out they come. Oh, lovely sound effects. Ooh, that was an episode. I feel like I got a bit of a sweat on. That's how much was in that. See, this wouldn't normally be like this. We'd be heading in the other way. Which we should be able to do. Be like that. There's no turnaround there. There you go, guys. We have actually hit play. Shall we get on board and see just how terrible this is? I think once we get the scenery down over there, it will look kind of cool. Especially when there's some West Coast mainline trains running on below us. Oh, that's a bit steep. We don't care. Get in there. Oh, it's not too bad, actually. Bit bumpy, but not terrible. I'll tell you what. I'm going to take that. Oh, this might be a problem. We've not been on an actual train in here. It's not terrible, is it? Oh, I'm excited for the future. A bit of wiggle there, but that's fine. Birmingham New Street on the Cross City line. And I know I'm going to look at the comments afterwards and you'll be like, it doesn't even go there. You just made a right pigs over of that. Grand. Now, do we get out without blocking? He should wait for us until we're clear of the tunnel. Or heading into the tunnel, possibly. Little wiggle. And we'll pull him around this side. Yep, I don't mind the little bumps. End of month stutter, which isn't bad for the size of the map. He should start coming in now. There he goes. But ignore the stuttering, it's end of month. And we deleted it. Here's the thing, when you delete a bunch of houses and stuff, expect some stutter. Oh, go on. Get up there. I'll take it. You see him building over there now in the corner. For the most part, we should be alright. There we go, guys. We're expanding. We have Duddeston. We are going to shortly be at Aston too. We also have two of the major junctions outside of New Street, and there, look, they're all building back. That's why it was stuttery, which is, we can't avoid that. I think I'll take it as an episode. It's a bit messy, and I had some problems along the way, but what do you expect, really? I mean, that wasn't the easiest thing to fit into this scale. It's starting to come together, though. Look at all that over there. And when we've got this massive freight yard up here, oh, I'm looking forward to that. Big old freight yard there. Aston Station, which is going to combine two lines. And I feel like we can do that. Things are in about the right place. Near as, I would say. That's been an episode. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope it wasn't too terrible. I bit off more than I can chew in this series, but I am going to take that as a challenge, and I just hope you enjoy it along with me. Rightio, shall we play and actually sit and maybe sit down, look over here? I think so. Oh, where's the best place to look? We could look... Okay, I've chosen to sit here. This is our place. I'm going to play it. We have our Great Western Railway train coming around the corner there. We have the centre of Birmingham rebuilding, so that's nice to see. Duddeston over there in the background is also rebuilding. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll probably do some freight yard and maybe Aston, one or both. We need to connect the tram line to this. Looks good. It's starting to breathe. Oh, I'm excited. All the links will be in the description below, so check those out. And if you have not subscribed, welcome to the channel. I hope to get a little bit better at my Junction creations. But that was a toughie. And until next time, take care.